Tom Aspinall got a sense of humor about his eye poke situation, saying that this is what he's going to be for Halloween, and this is what Cyril Gahn's going to be for Halloween. There's some talk of new eye poke rule changes coming soon. Well, Josh Thompson and Henry Cejudo were a couple guys who mentioned that UFC might implement stricter regulations. Thompson even hinted that changes are going to happen very soon, possibly automatic point deductions, faster referee interventions. Cejudo, who's dealt with vision issues himself, has been pushing UFC and commissions to take eye pokes more seriously. He argues that fighters' careers are at stake. Octagon MMA's welterweight champion gets stripped because he missed weight by about 8 pounds for a title fight. He had a couple more hours to make the weight. Obviously, he wasn't going to make the weight, but they said that the doctors prevented him from cutting more weight. His opponent says the fight will still go on.
Team, it's disrespectful, unfair, but still going to win the belt, and I don't care. So, of course, I will take the fight. Of course, Mr. Surdo will give some percentage from salary to my team because it's in the rules. And we will take this fight. And like I said, if we fight in different city, if it will be not for the title but normal fight, I will 100% don't take it offer. But still, I do it for my hometown and I do it for the belt.
Octagon MMA expanding to Poland next year. KSW is the biggest organization in the nation. UFC hasn't been to Poland in 8 years. They've been a couple times in the past, 2015 for Gonzaga versus Krokop Part 2, 2017 for Cowboy versus Till, co-main event, Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Jody Escobel. That was in Gdansk, Poland. Ryan Battle gave one of the best speeches from a fighter I've ever heard. He's really good on the mic, as shown in his post-fight interview in Dirty Boxing, and of course that UFC Paris post-fight Octagon interview. So good at fighting, good at talking, good asset for any organization. Too bad he had that big weight miss blunder and the UFC cut him, but now he's the bigger fish in smaller ponds like the PFL pond and the Dirty Boxing pond, so maybe he can capitalize there, earn a similar amount to the UFC, maybe more. I'm not sure exactly how the pay compares for him in PFL versus UFC. Ronda Rousey and Burt Kreischer seem to think that if Dana White was no longer in the UFC, it would be an issue because Dana White's the biggest star in the UFC for them, and the #1 MMA organization title would be up for grabs if Dana White left. I don't know if that's necessarily the case because UFC is kind of a well-run machine with Hunter Campbell, Sean Shelby, and Mick Maynard running the organization and matchmaking. Dana's definitely a very popular figure with his association and friendship with Trunk. He's kind of like a pop name outside the game, but running the UFC isn't necessarily his first priority all the time anymore. He's doing stuff like Power Slap, Zuffa Boxing, working with politicians on the board of directors of Meta, and own personal interests. So UFC is set up in a way he's not necessarily needed to run it anymore. He's the face of the organization from an executive standpoint, but even if he isn't part of the organization, I think it runs smoothly without him. But he deserves credit for setting up that system where he's no longer needed all the time, and maybe not needed any of the time.
Is it fair to say that Dana is the biggest star at the UFC?
I think without Dana, its soul is gone. And
Dana is the heart. Dana is such an. I hope you and Dana are cool.
Oh, I love him so much.
He is such he's everything you want that fucking guy to be. His intensity, I love you, Dana, but he's still a little bit of a meathead. You know, like,
who isn't though? That makes you identify with him more.
That's why I love the guy.
Yeah.
Is like, and his energy is what he drives him, and his vision, and the fact that he doesn't give a fuck, and he's just talked wild shit and not giving a fuck. I love Dana White. I think he is but he is the star of UFC.
Yeah, but yeah, with when Dana's done, I think the dominant MMA organization, that title will be up for grabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Dana is it. Without him, it's just 3 letters.
Ooh, that's scary.
Some fighters say that without the fighters, the UFC is just 3 letters. That's what some fighters who advocate fighter rights say, like Rampage Jackson said that in the past. He made the comparison saying without the fighters, the UFC is nothing. So you can't have a UFC logo fight another UFC logo in the octagon. Just a point that some fighters make when talking about how critical they are to the organization. That's why they push for higher payment and better treatment. Henry Cejudo's record at bantamweight 2-3, and he thinks he's some kind of GOAT. Bro couldn't even go down to flyweight even if he wanted to. He's not even in the top 20 GOAT. Khabib Nurmagomedov is. Hope to see Brian Battle keep up his winning streak so that Dana White wants him back in the UFC. All the MMA fighters that suck on the ground have a home in Dirty Boxing. That could be the tagline of the organization. Dirty Boxing's biggest issue is shitty explanation of the rules. Nobody understands them. I, as a person trying to, do not understand the conditional ground and pound rule. You know who else doesn't understand them? The fighters, the rest, and I'm not joking. Fighters got TKOs and were wondering why. First ref in the first fight was going to continue fight, but then saw one fighter who got the knockdown and walked away, at which point he reconsidered and said the fight was over. Jorge Masvidal looking to get on that White House card June 14th against Leon Edwards. Alexa Grasso, I bought those two fighter figures today. Got Max and Rose, came with a heavy bag line of mystery figures as well. Pretty cool. $5 at Walmart. I like minifigures, fun / inexpensive. $5, that's actually cheap. A little surprised that it's that cheap. Nathaniel Wood picked up a close decision win over Jose Delgado recently. Me and Delgado was close. Personally had me rounds 2 and 3. For those saying, Robbery, stop smoking crack, will ya? In round 2, Wood outstruck him 36-29. In round 3, Wood had 2 more significant strikes, 39-37. Most tested fighters so far in the UFC this year. Merab Dvalishvili the most, 12 tests. Arman Sarukian had 9. Azamat Bakoyev and Hamzat Chimaev had 8. Azamat Bakoyev just got into the UFC this year, so he hasn't been in the organization that long, but he got tested a lot. And then with 7 tests, you had Calvin Kattar, Islam Makhachev, and Josh Emmett. Makhachev's fighting in a couple weeks for the belt, so maybe he'll be tested a couple more times during that period. One day before that UFC card is Jake Paul versus Tank Davis in Miami, or maybe not, because Netflix and refs or Jake Paul have been exploring potential replacements for Gervonta Davis. Paul Davis is scheduled November 14th. It's in limbo because new allegations of domestic violence against Davis. Just the other day, Davis was hit with a civil lawsuit filed in Miami-Dade County by his ex-girlfriend, who alleges the boxer committed battery, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The complaint claims that on October 27th, Davis allegedly found her in the VIP lounge of the club Tootsie's Cabaret in Miami, forcibly grabbed her and dragged her through the club's stairwell, kitchen, and back entrance into the parking garage, where he continuously grabbed and choked her and pulled her and struck her in the back of the head. She says that they've been in a relationship for 5 months and says that Davis assaulted her on at least 4 prior occasions, including choking her, threatening to kill her on 2 separate incidents in September, a threat after she didn't answer messages, a public choking incident at a restaurant. It is a civil case in nature. She's seeking damages and a jury trial. It's not a new criminal charge at this stage. The lawsuit comes amidst ongoing legal issues for Davis. Earlier this year, he was arrested on a domestic violence charge in July, which was later dropped in August when the alleged victim declined to prosecute. Kellen Vieira takes on Norma Dumont this weekend. She thinks the winner gets a title shot after Amanda Nunes. It's Brazilian versus Brazilian.
Surprisingly, I think that as we know that at one point, sooner or later, things are going to narrow down, and it's going to be kind of go through a funnel to go through the championship. So as Brazilians, we try not to cross paths with each other because we don't want to cross paths with each other because of the fact that we're 4 or few into division. But I think this is something it's bound to happen.
Biggest favorite on the card on Saturday is Alice Ardelian against Montserrat Ruiz. Ardelian, a -360 favorite. Montserrat Ruiz is 1-3 in the UFC. Only win was over Cheyenne Velismus, but she hasn't fought in 2 years. And during that period of time, Alice Ardelian fought 3 times in the UFC.
A few days ago, I was thinking about my past fight and how it felt getting punched, punching back, all of that grit, and I'm planning to do the same. I think the fight's gonna go the same. Dog fight probably. I'm gonna make it a dog fight. I don't know. I think she's gonna make it too because she's having that in her. I've seen some fights, so I hope it's gonna be on and off.